Transport Investment Directorate is a professional, reliable and responsible partner ensuring an effective implementation of transport infrastructure projects important for Lithuania and financed by the EU structural funds.
Transporto investicijų direkcija dalyvauja įgyvendinant
The Transport Investment Directorate takes part in the implementation of economic growth and convergence programs outlined in the strategy of the EU structural assistance.
Ekonomikos augimo ir sanglaudos skatinimo veiksmų programas.
The aim of the EU structural assistance for Lithuania in this period is to speedily improve investing, working and living conditions in Lithuania, so the benefits of economic growth would reach all the inhabitants of Lithuania. The expansion of transport infrastructure is one of the essential prerequisites for achieving this goal. In the 7th-year period, 5.3 billion liters has been allocated for the modernization and expansion of transport infrastructure from the Cohesion and the Regional Development Funds. Transport is one of the fastest developing branches of the Lithuanian economy that ensures the effective functioning of the domestic market, the servicing of foreign trade and transit, the communication between people, and the expansion of international tourism. The major objects of the country's transport infrastructure are an efficient part of the EU Trans-European network. Investments in Lithuania's transport system make it possible to expand and promote transit, while creating a high-quality, attractive road network, establishing public logistics centers, and upgrading airports, railways, and the Klaipėda seaport. Lithuania opens its gates to the free movement of cargoes, goods, and people. In the period between 2007 and 2013, Lithuania's highways have been undergoing major reconstruction. The EU structural assistance is used for improving road safety and ensuring traffic conditions compatible with traffic volume, road importance and international standards. Owing to the EU structural assistance, the reconstruction of the Trans-European Network road Vilnius-Kaunas-Klaipėda has been completed. Also, some major road infrastructure projects have been finished. The construction of the Jakai 3-level roundabout and the 4-lane flyover near Klaipėda. The reconstruction of this roundabout allowed avoiding traffic jams, and driving by the flyover has become faster, safer, and due to much smaller exhaust emissions, friendlier to the environment. The Trans-European Network road Via Baltica is being upgraded at a rapid pace. The Kairė bypass has been built in the course of the reconstruction of the Radviliškis-Šiauliai section of the A9 Panevėžys-Šiauliai highway. A new 7-kilometer-long bypass will divert transit transport from the town and improve road safety. It is a modern 4-lane road with a green dividing strip. In the course of bypass construction, modern flyovers and underground pedestrian crossings have been built. Between the towns of Bertužė and Alexandria, a roundabout has been constructed. Similar projects aimed at the improvement of traffic conditions with the support of the EU Cohesion Fund are being carried out in other towns too. In Vilnius, the construction of the southern external bypass and the western one is going on at a steady pace. The Vilnius bypasses are the largest by the volume of work and the most complex from an engineering point of view. Also, a communication infrastructure project is being implemented in Vilnius. These construction projects are part of the EU Trans-European Transport Networks expansion program that will make the movement of people and goods easier. In Lithuania's transport system, a special place is assigned to the state seaport of Klaipėda. It is the most important and the largest transport center in this country, a junction where sea, air, land and railway lines from the east and the west meet. With a view to increasing cargo traffic and transportation by larger ships of post-Panamax type, 300 to 310 meter long and up to 4 meter wide, the work of dredging and widening the navigation canal, the largest in the history of the port, has been carried out. After this work has been completed, the width of the Klaipėda port has increased by 150 meters and the depth to 14.5 meters. By the end of dredging operations, the safety of sailing and maneuvering ocean-going ships in the port will have increased considerably, as well as its competitiveness and capacity in relation to other ports. A lot of tourists from abroad come to Klaipėda by passenger ferries and cruise ships, so the port is preparing speedily for their proper reception and high-quality servicing. Using the EU structural assistance funds in the central part of the port, the construction of a new Klaipėda passenger and cargo terminal has begun. When the berths and the pier are built, 3 ships will be able to dock at a time in the terminal: ro-ro, ro-packs, passenger ferries and cruise ships. In the southern part of the port of Klaipėda, access roads to multimodal cargo handling terminals are being built as part of the reconstruction of Kairė Street. Owing to the substantial EU investment, the reconstruction of the Draugystė railway station in Klaipėda and designing the road network in Pauostis have been finished. Also, a modern footbridge at the Klaipėda railway station has been built. This allowed increasing train traffic more effectively and improving the ecological situation. Rail Baltica is one of priority European railway projects that will connect Helsinki, Tallinn, Riga, Kaunas and Warsaw. A little more than a year ago, the work of constructing parallel tracks in the Mockava-Šeštokai section was completed. Today, we can welcome the beginning of European gauge railway reconstruction from Mockava to the Polish-Lithuanian border. This work is especially important because the European gauge railway line is Lithuania's link with the European railway network, and it will make it possible to offer new effective logistics solutions and closely cooperate with EU member states in multimodal passenger and cargo transportation, said the Minister of Transport and Communications Rimantas Sinkevičius at the ceremony of the commencement of work on European gauge railway reconstruction in the Rail Baltica section from the Polish-Lithuanian border to the Mockava railway station, attended by the Prime Minister of the Republic of Lithuania, Algirdas Butkevičius, and other officials. One of the major railway infrastructure projects is the construction of the second road of the Vilnius bypass of Transport Corridor 9 from Kyviškės to Valčiūnai. The second road of the bypass will make it possible to service more trains, carry larger amounts of freight, and in this way increase freight transit flows across the territory of this country. In order to revive cargo shipping by Lithuania's rivers and use the EU funding allocated for this purpose, a lot of attention has been given to the construction of the Kaunas cargo berth in Marvelė. Also, the reconstruction of hydraulic engineering installations such as dikes will be implemented in the stretch of the Nemunas River from Kaunas to the Curonian Lagoon. The EU assistance has changed considerably the quality of public transportation in Vilnius, Kaunas, Klaipėda and other Lithuanian cities and added 60 new modern and ecological low-floored buses with an effective heating and ventilation system to the transport depots. Air routes lead to all 4 corners of the world. Lithuania has got 3 European airports. In the international airports of Vilnius, Kaunas and Palanga, modernization work is going on, supported by the Cohesion Fund. The reconstruction of passenger terminal galleries in compliance with Schengen requirements and the renovation of airport concourses, runways and taxiways, including the upgrading of the fuel base of the International Palanga Airport and the construction of an emergency rescue work building. The service passenger and cargo flows testify to the importance of the fastest air transport for Lithuania's inhabitants and guests, as well as for international business. For Lithuania, all these projects of transport infrastructure, modernization and expansion are a long-term and viable investment into the future, ensuring high quality and comfortable conditions of people's life, recreation and business. The 2007 to 2013 EU structural assistance for the expansion of transport infrastructure. The Transport Investment Directorate